let's revise like why some of the survivors are still in the game. So if you look at retailers in general, maybe some of them actually make the stuff work. Maybe there's even traders in the whole industry that make obviously a very good living out of it. But what's the main difference of those people who make it, and what's the difference of those people who shatter in the long run? So what you see in here is a warplane or an aircraft, whatever you call it in English, from World War II, all again, right? And what you can see here in these red dots is all the areas where the plane got shot, but then removed to the airplane. What is it called? Like, what's the freaking landing space area? How's it called? I forgot the freaking name. You know what I mean? When it return, let me know what it is. Airport. There you go. Oh my God, what's wrong with my English? So again, if the airplane actually returns from whatever the battle, they analyzed all the aircrafts and obviously try to see what's going on, and all these red dots simulate where the airplanes got shot when it got come back from war. So question from you, for you, where would you armor these airplanes if you're now building them again? Where would you armor them? Most traders armor the wrong parts, and they try to protect and save where it makes no difference at all. Then you would see the answer is we need to focus on what actually keeps the plane flying and what drives the plane, and not what does not make a difference anyway. So if you rethink this example now, if that is an airplane that come back from a battle and it got shot here or here or here, it obviously came back. So that means the airplane was still flying. But guess what? What does all the airplanes have in common here? It never got shot here, or it maybe shot here, but then it never come back because there's no red point in here. So that means if the airplane gets shot in these areas where there's no red points, that just means that is pretty much the places or the parts of the plane which have a significant role. And if you get hit in the engine or in the driver's seat, whatever, or in this area, you will crash. See the difference? So if you armor it here, you can save the material and save the weight, because again, if you get shot here, it's most likely that you still can fly. But if you get shot here, you will crash. So you better armor these areas, and a few of you already marked up very, very good, and I'm so proud to see, because that's essential, and I'm very glad that we have some people in here that already think a few steps ahead. If not, then again, hopefully now it makes sense. Focus on what actually keeps the plane driving and flying. And most traders, which are doing it for a while, and I hope Daniel is here, by the way. So I love that guy. He's a trader for like a long time now, and I think hopefully you get some aha moments already in this time. You can tell us your journey a little bit when you have time for it. But for example, he's trading for like, I was 16 years. You can confirm if that's right. There you go. I love it. Right. So that's dedication right here. So we just need to work on the things that keeps obviously flying and focus less on the points where maybe it doesn't work, right? Or maybe, again, maybe you tried that in the past to focus a little bit on the wrong areas. So hopefully we get to these points which matter the most. And I hope so far you're having a good some moment already, right? So with that being said, what could be other reasons though? Like, again, now we know like that we should focus on stuff that works, but again, so what pretty much stops the plane from flying in the first place? If you now obviously transaction to the trading analogy, so let's see what actually stops people from flying. Obviously it's emotion, it can be FOMO, it can blame other people, like if you bought like a course from guy with a Lambo and said like, oh, I blame this guy, he taught me shit, whatever, or market condition, that was news, or that was FOMC, or of course if you have wrong or even no risk management at all, too emotional in general, like cannot be not only FOMO but the fear of losing or being too euphoric or whatsoever, gambling aspect of it whatsoever, then maybe also quitting too early. If you just try it out for like a few weeks and then say like, oh shit, whatever, I'm not a millionaire yet, so I will quit that shit. That's quitting too early, of course. Then maybe no consistency. That means, of course, if you don't show up every day, if you just think like you can show up like once a week and look at charts like for 5 minutes, what the hell? What do you expect after that, right? Maybe reverse range trading, that's some sort of Paxology as well. Again, if you're making a losing trade and then think, oh, I need my money back, whatsoever, double down on the next trade and shit like that. Or, of course, wrong trade management. And that will be a huge part about intraday trading, because guess what? If this is Asia range, for example, you got the perfect trade in here. Perfect buy trade, whatever limit order hit, like you saw us do it all the time. Perfect limit order, zero drawdown whatsoever. Then the mitigation in here after the break of structure, perfect. Also with a limit order, perfect, zero drawdown. Also, oh yeah, my God, then you're up like 1 to 10s, 1 to 15s. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But guess what? You have the wrong target and think this will go up here. And then the whole thing gets a break even. That's horrible. That's wrong trade management. And we will dig into that a lot as well, because not only the entry is important, the entry only is half of the rent. Like a good entry is obviously necessary and essential, but the right exit is what actually makes you money. The moment you're closing out the trade, that's what makes you money, not the entering the trade. The closing makes you trade. And to close it in the right areas, that of course is the most important point, because if you don't do that, you're just giving it away or getting a break even in the worst case, right? And of course, not having a trading plan or proper rules. Again, what we will give you is all technically step-by-step formulas, even with the cycles. It's literally step 1, step 2, step 3, timing, step 1, step 2, step 3, timing, so on and so forth. So it will be very easy to follow up. Okay, so the other question is, what makes and keeps the plane flying then? Or in other words, for traders, what keeps them in the game? It's obviously being patient, let the market come to you instead of chasing it. Again, if you see Asia range, whatever, in here, and now this is the inducement high this time, and you should not chase the market in like, oh, I entered here, short. No, just be patient. Know that this is an area of interest and should come back, gives you an entry in here, and then goes lower. Right? You'd never chase the market. That's a huge thing. Just be patient. And again, this is the hardest part, because you need to be patient and know that they will come back to fill these areas. And that's again the time aspect they will use against you, because they know you just want to execute a trade right now. Just run into the charts and give me a trade right away. That's not how it works. You need to be patient, of course, and make the analysis and then be patient. Let the market come to you instead of chasing it. And of course, take control over your own faith. If you look at this one, it's exactly the other thing. You don't blame whatever. You don't write me a mad email if you hit a one stop loss because you tried something, whatever. No, you actually should see what's the issue and sort of understand, like, maybe there's an issue. If there's anything else, whatever, we can talk about it. But first, try to see maybe you did something wrong. Of course, you need to start at you and then you can blame me afterwards, right? Okay. Anyways, then again, use proper risk management. We also will give you like a proper trade management tool, which we call the execution helper, to make sure that there will never be a blame on wrong risk management or no risk management at all. Because of course we give you a tool for MT4 and MT5 that also makes sure that you have proper risk management even for market executions, which is insane. Okay. And of course, trading what you see and not what you want to feel like. Of course, like just if you see like, oh yeah, but I feel like it should go up and on. No, trade what you see and don't make stuff up. Okay. And of course, stick to your plan and focus. Of course, we give you a proper plan. Just focus on that, because it's a proven thing that works. And just focus means, of course, follow one course until success. Okay. And show up every day. Very important. Show up every day. Repetition, repetition. Practice what we show you. And of course, backtest, backtest, backtest. And keep emotions out of it. That's literally an instant changer. If you just not afraid of losing money. I mean, it's hard for a lot of people, I know, but if you just get into this mindset, keep emotions out of it, the whole thing will be so much easier, right? And of course, know the when, where, and why. Of course, we will give it to you and just understand what is going on. And only take trades that fall into your trading plan. Again, we will not make stuff up and then just following the rules, okay?